Welcome back, folks. So today we're going to talk about Looksrare. Now, if you have been following my YouTube community where I post on things I'm buying, Looksrare was one of them. I bought them at $216, $160, and $150, and that is dollar cost averaging. Now, there were some questions about whether Looksrare is a potential rug pull, and that's what I want to address in this video. I want to address Looksrare versus Opensea. What's the pros and cons between the two? I want to go into Looksrare staking and how it's really like Ethereum mining. And throughout this whole entire video, I'm just going to be peppering my opinions on this crypto project. Now, it is a rather new project. So what you have to do is you have to do your due diligence, you have to do your own research, and not just trust the opinions of just some YouTuber. So anyways, if you're interested in Looksrare, you've been looking into it, then this video is where you want to sit through this entire video to see what it's all about. If you are new to this channel or you're a returning viewer and you have not subscribed yet, please do us this one favor by smashing that like button, smashing that subscribe button. And now, let's jump into the video. If we first start off at Looksrare.org, this is what you see. Trade NFTs, get rewards. Looksrare is the community-first NFT marketplace with rewards for participating. Buy NFTs or sell them to earn rewards. So basically, this Looksrare thing is taking it right out of the playbook of Fubu. So I was looking for a Looksrare white paper. There really is one. I couldn't find one anyways. But I think the about page documentations is really good enough. So basically, buy NFT people for NFT people. You get rewarded if you're a user that buys and sells any NFTs on Looksrare. You will earn the Looks token. You get to share the platform fees if you are a Looks staker, and creators get paid instantly. The creators get royalty payments at the moment of sale. And it's not a fork. So Looksrare smart contracts are basically custom built with a modular system, and they are meant to be built so that they can roll out new features without compromising security. So that is something that as a developer is really nice to hear. And they have new features like collection offers where you can make an offer that covers an entire NFT collection. And they have trade offers, offer to buy any NFTs with a specific trade, for example, Bored Ape Yacht Club with gold fur, and they have multi-cancellation, which cancels multiple open orders in one transaction. So from the looks of it, those new features look almost bot-like, but that's not all. It's really taking a playbook out of Fubu for us, by us with the buy NFT people for NFT people. Because remember, For Us By Us, Fubu, started by Damon John, who is a shark on Shark Tank, really was basically targeting the idea of community. And I'd rather use something that is meant for the community rather than something like Opensea, where it's really lining the pockets of fat cats who looks down on people. So really, depending on what you want, I really am kind of for the people rather than lining pockets for VCs or the small group of people who actually owns Opensea. But let's talk about Looks Tokenomics. What I like about this is that it's much easier to read than what you get from a lot of other projects. They make their tokenomics a little bit difficult to understand, and by little I mean like super really hard, like you need a PhD to understand it. But what we have here is we basically have a pie chart and a table, and that makes it really easy to see where the distribution went. And what I like about this is that Looksrare, the company themselves, didn't really take much. I mean, the founding team took 10%, which is 100 million Looks tokens, and then they did a strategic sale which comes up to 3.3%, or basically 33 million. So you could really see that the total startup that they used was 133 million, or 13.3%. The airdrop alone was 12%, or 120 million tokens. And the volume rewards and staking rewards and liquidity management basically make up the entirety of the distribution. And that really is going out to the public, right? As far as I know. And they also have this emission schedule to see how things are going to be released for stakeable looks and for tradable looks. So this is really transparent. It's really easy to understand. And just the distribution of it makes me really bullish, because it looks like the team is really in this for the community with how they structured it. So guys, just a heads up that there's another coin called Looks with a space rare. You do not want that Looksrare. You want the one with no space in between. So Looksrare with the symbol of Looks. So that threw me off. I just want you to not be thrown off by that. But anyways, here on Looksrare, I want to show you, if you come down here on CoinGecko, see all trading pairs, this is where you can see all the markets that trade Looks token. And you can see that for those of us in the US, we only have Uniswap and Gate.io maybe. I don't know if Gate.io is off of US anymore, but I think I was able to get it prior being in the US, but I also have Canadian citizenship. So that's really depending on how it works for you. KuCoin, FTX. Now this is FTX, not US, but FTX.com, I believe, which is the one that's just non-US FTX. So there's not a lot of places you can get it in the US, which is interesting because if it comes to the US, we can be sure that this thing is gonna blow up. But if you get it from Gate.io, which I got it from Gate.io, if you go here, you have to make sure because you have to look at the fee. The fee for withdrawal is 30 looks, and looks right now is like $1.60, so $1.60 times 30, that's $50. You got to watch out for that. Gate.io does not subsidize your withdrawals like Gemini or Coinbase or Binance. They really hit you with the gas. So there's really no difference when it comes to trading looks, in my opinion, between using Uniswap and Gate.io. Rather, I would just rather use it on Uniswap because my withdrawal fees are not being subsidized. So just keep that under your mind when you trade looks. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna change my advice. Just use Uniswap for looks. Don't use Gate.io because Gate.io, it is one of the oldest Chinese exchanges, which means that if you need help, then you're gonna get back Chinese in response. Because one of the things that happened to me was they have this little fun password that you have to put in order to withdraw anything, and that fun password would either change every hour, or if you make it to never change, you're gonna forget it. I forgot it a bunch of times, and when I asked for help, when I wanted to reset that fun password, yeah, the reset process is horrible because when you enter in your password or you enter in your email, for example, they just cut out the @email.com or whatever, or for me it was @gmail.com, and then you can never get a password reset link. It took me forever to learn how to get a password reset link, and that was using Brave browser on incognito mode, and not a lot of people know how to do that, right? So my advice is to just stay away from Gate.io. And by the way, even when gas fees are low, I would imagine that the gas fees, the fees that you would pay to buy looks on Uniswap would be much lower than it would be on Gate.io. So like Russell Peter always says, you can't bargain with Chinese people. With Indian people, they're always trying to get a deal, but Chinese people are never going to give you a deal. So with that said, don't use Gate.io. So with all that rant aside, if you're getting any sort of value whatsoever, maybe a couple of laughs, then can you please show your love by smashing the like button and subscribe button and commenting below Looksrare to $10. So guys, just want to highlight the APY that you can earn from Looks staking. Now, they have the Looks compounder, and with the compounder, what happens is that the WETH rewards that they reward you with for staking is compounded into more Looks. So basically right now that is 225.32 APY, and this is basically the breakdown that you see for compounding. And you can see that I basically started staking yesterday around this time, and I have already earned $5. I only staked 614 Looks token, about $988 worth. And you know, I could have done Looks staking. So Looks staking, they break it down between Looks tokens and WETH. So you're basically earning ETH and Looks token when you stake with this. Now I haven't done this yet, but you can see that a lot of people have their Looks token basically locked up because there's 311 million locked up in Looks staking, and 139.5 million locked up in the Looks compounder. So let's break it down. So let's see, we have 300, let's make it 312 million plus basically 100, let's make that 140 million, you know, we'll round up. That's 452 million Looks staked. Now if you go back to CoinGecko, we could see that the total supply is only 502 million. That means that the supply that is really circulating out there, I don't really think this is true. 245 circulating supply. I don't think that counts the staked amounts. But really, if we just take a minus from that supply, then there's really only 50 million floating around. So that's how I see it right now. But the total value locked, it is way more than zero. So let's talk about mining Ethereum for a little bit. So you saw on that screen share that I shared that when you're staking Looks, you're earning Looks token and WETH. WETH is basically ETH, right? So you're earning Ethereum when you are staking Looks. And here's what we know so far. Looks is for the community. They're not like Opensea where they're lining the pockets of fat cats. So with that being said, where would people gravitate towards? Knowing that right now as well, OpenSea is having a lot of hacks and problems with that, a lot of lawsuits from people who lost, for example, Bored Apes. Looks is a platform where you basically get cash back because when you trade, you earn Looks token. Do you get that with OpenSea? No. So where would the people go? And another thing is Ethereum is moving to ETH 2.0. So basically, the people who are mining Ethereum, they're upping their hash rates right now to have a last flash ETH grab while they can, right? After that, what are they gonna do? They're gonna look for other places where they can, mine ETH. Their GPUs are gonna be completely worthless, but they can still earn ETH by, I don't know, using their ETH to buy Looks token and maybe earn ETH that way because the staking rewards for Looks is pretty great, even with just earning Looks and ETH. It's around 130% if you just look in the past screen share. And with that said, there's another third thing that I want to mention. I really don't believe that the NFT hype is done yet. I think it barely even started. With metaverses coming, there's going to be more NFTs that are going to be created in relation to that. And with more people, we are still the early adopters. With more people coming in and looking at the money that friends are making with NFTs, they're going to get interested in NFTs. And that just provides more trading fees, right? And I don't know, rewards for people who are staking Looks. So in my case, how I see it, there's just too much use case for this coin not to be in the top 25 of coins. All right, guys, there you have it. That's Looksrare, the explanation of Looksrare and how it stacks up against OpenSea and why I'm so bullish on it. We talked about the tokenomics, we talked about the staking rewards and how it's like mining Ethereum. So really hope you got some value from that and understand why I am just talking about Looksrare all the time in my community tab. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, can you please help our channel, help our community grow by smashing the like button, smashing the subscribe button. Check out these other videos on cryptocurrencies and passive income. And remember, guys, continue working, continue building, continue inspiring. See you next time.